We are back for another week of News-2-You. This week's topic is one that I think all of you guys, because you've all been in my class since at least summer, have had experience with, which is gardening, growing food. Specifically, this week's topic is about growing food at home. Okay? I know some of you guys have gardens at home. You guys have shared that information with me before. I've seen pictures, and I think that's really awesome. But I do know all of you guys, whether you were with me this summer or even into September, we still were gardening. You've had a little bit of experience with growing food. This is the second time now I'm making this video. The first time, I had about 1 minute left of content and my laptop decided to freeze. So the whole thing got lost. If it happens again, I think my laptop might go flying out the window. But fingers crossed that this doesn't freeze again. We are going to look at our vocabulary words for the week. Most of them you guys are familiar with, but we will just check them out anyway. The first word is grow. We all know that people grow. We all know that animals grow. And plants grow. When we say something grows, it means it becomes bigger over time. So you guys started off as itty bitty babies, and now you have grown into big teenagers and adults. It's crazy. Same thing happens with plants. They start out as itty bitty seeds, and they can grow into some pretty big plants. The next word that we are going to look at is the word home. Okay, some of you guys talk about home a lot during the day. Some of you guys really enjoy at the end of the day when it's time to take a break and go home. But home is where someone lives. We know that we all have different types of homes. Some of us live in houses, some of us live in apartments, some of us might live in a trailer, some of us might live in a condo. There's lots of different types of homes. We might live with our families, we might live with extended family, we might live in a residential or a group home with other people our ages, and our family doesn't live with us, but they visit. Doesn't matter where you live, who you live with, home is home for us, okay? And it's where we live. The next word we are going to look at is the word spring. Spring is the season after winter and before summer. So springtime is when the days start to get longer, the sun stays out longer, it starts to get warmer, and that's when we start to see the leaves on the trees come back, plants start coming up, and allergies start acting up also in spring because of all the pollen in the air, and sometimes we're allergic to plants, like grass is sometimes an allergy for people. But springtime is when we see a lot of growth, like the rebirth time. A lot of baby animals are also born in spring. The last word we're going to talk about is the word garden, okay? And again, I apologize for the noise. You'll hear ambulances. People are now mowing their lawns. It's just busy, busy, busy here. Okay, let me go quickly try to close my window. Sorry guys, hopefully that'll keep some of the noise down. But our last word is garden. At school we have a garden. You guys might have gardens at home, but a garden is an area of land where someone grows plants, okay? So our 4 words are grow, home, spring, and garden. And I think you guys are all familiar with most of those words. All right, so our article is called Growing Food at Home. Many people grow food at home. Most people start growing food in springtime. The weather becomes warmer in spring. Forgive me. Sorry, guys. The weather becomes warmer in spring, and Plants need lots of sunlight and warm weather to grow. We know this. This spring, however, more people want to start growing food at home. They want to start growing their own food. It's become very popular. And as you guys can tell, I was just outside a little while ago and I have allergies, so sometimes all of the grass and the pollen starts making my nose run and my eyes water. People are staying home because of the coronavirus, and I know we've talked a lot about this, and I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about this, but we are still expected to stay home right now. And people want to stay away from crowds, okay? Because the virus can be transmitted easily if you're on top of each other. So we don't want to be in crowded stores as much as we used to be okay with. People want to go to the grocery stores less often. Again, because people don't want to be around lots of people right now. We just don't know if it's safe. And I bet your parents, their grocery shopping style has changed a little bit. They might drive to the grocery store and someone from the store will bring the groceries to them. You have the option of having people bring your groceries right to your house. Or your parents might be going out and you may not be going with them. And they have to wear a mask and they might be even wearing gloves. So the way we're shopping for our food now is different because right now it's not as safe to go to the stores as it used to be. So, since people don't want to go to the grocery stores as often as they used to, they want to start growing food at home, okay? We want to have our fruits and our vegetables and our herbs. But if we don't want to go to the stores to get them, our only option is to grow them ourselves. Growing food can be fun. I know most of you guys, when we had gardening as a classroom job, I always got lots of volunteers to go out and help garden. Did you guys enjoy gardening? Did you guys like going out and watering the plants and picking the fruits and vegetables that were ripe? Think about that. So first, when you're starting to grow your own food, people will have to choose places to grow the food, okay? Many people choose to grow food in gardens. The gardens may be in backyards. Some people will grow food in pots, okay? And the pots may be on windowsills or on porches. So you can even grow food inside your house. Typically, most people will grow outside, but they do have some pretty cool indoor garden stuff now. I know one of you guys has like a big, I don't know if it's like a terrarium, but it's an indoor garden that you can use in your house. And I can't mention your name, but I did see pictures and it's super cool. And he's working on growing stuff inside the house. So again, you can grow foods in gardens or you can grow them in pots, but as long as you can give plants sunlight, you're good. Then, what we would always do in our class, people would choose the kinds of foods that you could want to grow. People may grow vegetables like green beans, corn, peppers, carrots, and spinach. People may also grow fruits like blueberries, watermelons, raspberries, strawberries, and grapes, okay? I know in our class, we tried growing watermelon before, and I think maybe pumpkins. We didn't have much success because we just didn't have the space for them to grow. They grow on a vine, and they needed a lot more room, which we didn't have. But we did grow green beans, we grew peppers, we grew jalapenos, we grew zucchini, we grew tomatoes, and we grew cucumbers. We also did lots of herbs as well, because we use herbs in our cooking. People will buy seeds to grow the food. They will put the seeds into dirt, and then people will pour water onto the seeds. The seeds become plants, and then the food grows on the plants. Seems pretty simple. It just takes time and a lot of work. You've got to take care of them. People must wait for the food to become ripe. Ripe means the food is ready to eat. People will then pick the ripe food. And I know for us, we worked on doing that with you guys. So if we had tomatoes growing, if they were still green, they were not ready to be picked. They were not ripe. When they were red, they were ripe and they were ready for us to pick. Now, sometimes people eat the food right away. They'll take them inside, they'll wash them off, and they'll use them right up. And sometimes they will freeze the food to eat later. Like if they don't need to eat, they grew a bunch of blueberries and they don't need to use them all right now, they will freeze them. So people may use food that they grow also to make recipes. Someone may use vegetables to make a sandwich, a salad, or soup. Someone may use fruits to make a smoothie, a fruit salad, or a pie. I know in our class we used our vegetables to make pickles, we made salsa, we made zucchini bread, we've done smoothies, I think, with, maybe not smoothies, but we've made soups with them. We've done a lot of different recipes with the fruits and vegetables, mostly with the vegetables that we've grown. So again, many people are growing food at home. People are growing food in gardens and pots. The food includes vegetables and fruits. Anyone can grow food. And you guys know if I can help do a garden, anyone can do a garden. You know, I do not have that green thumb. So, would you like to grow food? Okay, that's just a question for us to keep in the back of our minds. All right. And if you would like to grow food, what kinds of food would you like to grow? What kinds of fruit? What kind of vegetables? We are going to look at our things in the news page. And the thing that we're going to be focusing on is kind of important when you're growing a garden. And that is seeds. They're seeds. Plants, they make seeds. All right. If you've ever cut open an apple or a pepper or a cucumber, you see there are seeds in there. Tomatoes, okay? They have seeds. People will put seeds into dirt to grow. The seeds need water and sunlight to grow. All right, we know that. They need dirt, water, sunlight. And if they don't have those three things, they probably aren't going to grow. Seeds may grow to become flowers, bushes, vines, or even trees. It all depends on what seed you plant. And we're going to read our places in the news section of our newspaper. And the place we're going to be talking about are gardens. People grow plants in gardens, all right? Typically when people are growing seeds and growing vegetables and fruits, it's in a garden. People may grow vegetables, fruits, herbs, or flowers in a garden. A garden is an area of land, and a garden may be big or small. It's really up to what you want to grow and how much space you have. At school, we had one big raised bed garden that we were able to use, and then we had a smaller one that we were able to use. And we had to pick what seeds we needed to put into the big garden because some plants need more space. And we were able to figure that out. Sorry, I lost my train of thought, guys. I'm going to reread the article with you guys. And then I'm going to show you and read to you the questions, the review questions page. However, I will post your own individual worksheets in the Google Classroom, and you can put your answers in there, and it will save. So, growing food at home. One second. About that, I had to pause the video, but we are going to reread our growing food at home article, so let's get started. Many people grow food at home. Most people start growing food in spring. The weather becomes warmer in spring. This spring, more people want to grow food. People are staying at home because of the coronavirus. They want they want to stay away from the crowds. People want to go to grocery stores less often. So people want to grow food at home instead. Growing food can be fun, and I think we always had fun doing it in our class. First, people choose places to grow food. Many people choose to grow food in gardens. The gardens may be in backyards. However, some people may grow food in pots. The pots may be on windowsills or on porches. People choose the kinds of food to grow. People may grow vegetables like green beans, corn, peppers, carrots, and spinach. People may grow fruits like blueberries, watermelons, raspberries, strawberries, and grapes. People buy seeds to grow the food. They put the seeds into dirt, and then people will pour water onto the seeds. The seeds will become plants. The food grows on the plant. People must wait for the food to become ripe. Ripe means the food is ready to eat. People pick the ripe food, and sometimes people will eat the food right away. Sometimes they will freeze the food to eat later. People may use the food to make recipes. Someone may use vegetables to make a sandwich, a salad, or soup. Someone may use fruits to make a smoothie, a fruit salad, or a pie. Many people are growing food at home. People are growing food in gardens and pots. The food includes vegetables and fruits. Anyone can grow food. Would you like to grow food? Oh, sorry guys, I don't know what I'm doing right now. How do I skip? Okay, I think we're still recording. So we've read the article twice. I'm going to show you guys and read the questions to you for your review page, and we're going to look at the recipe and the think page. But I want to show you again where your worksheets are going to be. So if you're in our classroom, you're going to go to classwork. You're going to be in the News-2-You assignments, which will always be towards the top. This week, our topic for this week is going to be week 7. I have not posted it yet because I'm still working on the video. But you would go into News-2-You article week 7 for this week. And there are going to be slides with your initials. So I'm just going to pull open one of them. And again, you're doing the work that goes with your initials. So your review page will be here, your think page, once they all load. I have some math pages for you guys to do. I have a geography page if you guys want to try that out too. And I will post extra worksheets under extra materials like the recipe and the vocabulary cards and whatnot. But these worksheets can be done online. So I made text boxes so you can just type in your answer. So if you thought the paper was about letter A, you could just put in letter A. For the second question, if you thought the answer was C, you would type C. You don't have to hit save. It will save automatically. The same goes for the think page and all your math pages. Just look for where it says type here, and you can start typing. Who helps you when you are sick? My mom. Okay, so it should be pretty easy for you guys to do online. And again, you don't have to save it. I know my disk space is almost full because I have a lot of videos on here. I am just going to show you guys quickly. I have to log back on. Sorry, guys. We're just going to look at the review pages. and the recipe and all that jazz. But while we're waiting, how's everyone doing? How are you guys feeling? The weather's been crazy. It's been cold. It's been snowing. I want it to get nice out so we can be outside a little more. So we're going to look at our newspaper. And we are going to first check out our recipe page. Again, I will post the recipe if you're interested in doing it. This is a vegetable and fruit salad since we talked about growing vegetables and fruit in our gardens. It looks like a sweet and savory type of recipe. It's got coleslaw mix, and that's usually green and purple cabbage, shredded carrots in it. There's some apple, pepper, cranberries, and dressing. If you do choose to make this recipe, let us know how it comes out. But be careful, make sure you chew really well because this is a very crunchy recipe. Probably not one we would make in our classroom, but if you want to do it at home, that's great. Here's our review page. So let's just go over our questions. I will ask if you are trying to do the questions while watching the video, pause after I read the question and your answer choices because I'm just going to go through it. Question 1, what is the paper about? Was it about A, the Irwin family helping animals, B, growing food at home, or C, thanking hospital workers? You can pause here if you want. Question 2, what becomes a plant? So what do we put in the dirt that's going to grow into a plant? Is it A, rocks, B, marbles, or C, seeds? Question 3, where do many people grow food? Do they grow them in A, a swimming pool, B, a parking lot, or C, a garden? Question 4, when do many people start growing food? Do we grow it in A, spring, B, winter, or C, bedtime? Question 5, what are watermelons and blueberries? Are they A, types of fruit, B, types of vegetables, or C, types of meats? And the last question for our review page, number 6, what is a food people can grow? All right, we talked about some categories of foods that you can put in your garden. What food might fall into one of those categories? What would we grow in a garden? Would it be A, bread, B, carrots, or C, cheese? And again, you will do your worksheet in the Google Classroom. You can put your answers right in. I'm also going to have the think page up for us that will have 3 questions for us to look at. Question 1, what food would you like to grow? Think about something you would want to grow in your garden. Would you want to grow a type of fruit? Would you want to grow a vegetable? Okay, think about what you like. And if you want to pick more than one, that's perfectly fine. Question 2, where would you grow food? Would you choose to grow it in a garden outside? Would you want to do an indoor garden? Would you want to grow it in pots? And the last question, which you should all be able to answer because we cook in our classroom every single week, is what recipes have you made? You can pick one or you can put a couple. It can be very specific or it could be general. You could put down that you've made cookies or bread or pie or soup. Or you can be more specific and say, I've made vegetable soup or I've made blueberry pie. For me, my favorite recipe I think we've made, if I had to pick 2 with our vegetables that we've grown, would be we did homemade pickles using the herbs and the cucumbers we grew in class. And I loved seeing you guys go through the process of growing the food and washing it, chopping it, making it, and then trying it. And we also made zucchini bread using the zucchinis from our garden. I just love cooking with you guys, especially when we're using food that we've grown. So, again, you can be very specific or general, whatever you want, but there will be a way for you guys to type or have someone help you type what you have made. All right. The next part of this video, I'm just going to do a quick brain pop video on the life cycle of a plant. So I hope you guys enjoy. I was showing the brain pop video and my computer ran out of memory because I'm making so many videos and stopped recording. So I'm going to start our brain pop video over one more time because this video is taking me way longer than any of the other ones because I've had so many technical difficulties and issues with noise outside. It's been crazy this morning. So I'm going to try to restart our brain pop video if it lets me. And I will let you guys watch the plant life cycle video with Annie and Moby. I hope you enjoy.
What's wrong, Moby? Of course it's not growing yet. It takes time for a seed to grow into a plant. How does a seed grow? Most plants start growing from a seed. The seed is protected by a covering called a seed coat. Inside there is a part that can grow into a new plant. Most seeds need soil, water, and warmth to grow. Moby. A small root starts to grow down, and a sprout grows up out of the ground. But what happens after the seed sprouts? The sprout uses sunlight, water, and nutrients from the soil to grow. And soon it becomes a seedling. Seedlings are small and thin and have just a few leaves. As it grows bigger, it turns into a young adult plant. It's much taller and has more leaves. And then it grows into an adult plant. It'll take this seedling years to become an adult apple tree. Good question, Moby. What is an adult plant like? This orchard is filled with adult plants. They're really tall and have lots of leaves. Right, adult trees grow flowers, and flowers have an important job to do. They attract insects, birds, or even bats to help carry pollen. The pollen helps plants grow seeds, and fruit grows around the seeds to protect them. When fruit ripens and falls to the ground, the seeds inside can grow new plants. Hey, where'd that deer go with that apple? How do seeds spread to new places? I bet that deer is helping plants. Well, when animals eat fruit, they leave the seeds behind in a different place. And then the life cycle can start all over again. A life cycle shows how a living thing grows and changes during its life. Hey, I bet the wind can move seeds too. Some seeds have little tufts of hair or wings to fly to new places. Water can carry seeds to new places too. Anyway, Moby, it's going to be a while before that plant can make its own seeds. Whoa!
I don't know know about you guys, but that Moby is one crazy robot. Although I would love for him to be able to grow us an apple tree right outside our classroom. That would be amazing. But I hope you enjoyed this week's news article. I will be posting your worksheets and everything for you to do this week and early next week. Whenever you get a chance to do them. I'll also do the extension article at the end of the week to go along with our topic. But please feel free to share any information about what you enjoy about gardening, growing food, what kinds of foods you like to grow, if you're currently doing it. I miss you guys. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.